home feel like a sacred space? I've written a lot about this topic, a lot. But in the last years, my home has not felt like a sacred space. I live in a beautiful house, but we had 20-year-old furniture that I couldn't even sit on without throwing out my back. And I'd been so busy that I'd stopped playing around with plants, gardening and having plants in the house. I couldn't find the time to water them, to take care of them. And so they all died. And in general, my house didn't feel like a sacred space. The outside was shabby, it needed painting. Our windows, we couldn't see through them. And I understood that we didn't have the money. We just didn't have the funds to put into new furniture, painting the house, fixing the deck, all of that. So we had a little change of fortune last year, or this year, I should say. And excuse me. And so we decided to put some money into the house and finally to buy some furniture that I could sit on, my husband and I could sit on together. And today we went out and we bought some plants and I added them to the room. And all of a sudden, I feel like I came home. Yes, this has been my home for 15 years or more, but I finally feel like I came home and that this is a sacred space, a sanctuary. And that's what you want. You want it to be a sanctuary for yourself. You want to, even if you live in some little hovel and you have no money, you want to do whatever you can to create a sanctuary for yourself. And I will say that despite the old furniture, our house is gorgeous, and I had crystals around and candles, and but now that we've added some plants in and I've done a little decorating, just moving things around, putting things where I can see them that I love, it feels so much better. So for instance, I'm gonna see, I can't switch this around. Well, that's a bummer. I was gonna let you see my table, my coffee table. But anyway, the point is that I want you to look around your surroundings and I want you to see what you could do, to evaluate what you could do to make it a more sacred space. I talk about this sometimes with writers and I say just, bring a candle and a crystal or, a picture of Jesus or whatever it is to your desk that makes it feel like a sacred space when you write. But I want you to do the same in your own space. Sometimes I've written about the Sabbath, just putting down a white tablecloth or a white just a white mat of some sort or a special mat that you have and eating your dinner on that or putting some candles out or whatever creates a sacred space. So what would it take for you to create a sacred space? I'm going to suggest that you do some pickup and cleanup. Yesterday we got rid of a whole truckload of junk, like a big truckload. Hauled it all off, the old furniture and a bunch of other things. So clean up your space. Get rid of the clutter. That's number one. Okay, declutter, clean up. Number two is to put out some sacred objects. Whatever makes you feel connected to something higher than yourself, that makes you feel comfortable and at home and inspired. Okay, so that's number two. Number three is to go through the space and clear the energy. Okay, you can do this with sage or with some incense. There even are some spray bottles of like sage that you can go around and spray. Do something to clear the energy. You can do this with a bell or a singing bowl. Clear the space of any old negative energy, okay? And then add something living to it. Add a plant, okay? It can be a little itty bitty plant. Or it could be some flowers that you pick on the street. If you don't have money, just as you're walking along, just pick one or two flowers somewhere and put them in a little vase or in a glass and put those out too. So now you have something living there, right? And if you add a candle, now you have something living, which is earth. You have the candle, which is fire, right? If you did the incense, you have air, right? So you've added three elements, three of the four elements to your space. So whatever you can do to make your space feel more sacred, to make it feel like when you come home it's a sanctuary, no matter how small. You could live in a little closet-sized space and you can make it a sanctuary. So try that this week. Let me know in a comment down below how that works for you, okay? Let me know whether it makes your home feel more like a sanctuary. And you want your home to reflect you. So does it reflect you and your style and the things you like and the things that you're passionate about? So give that a whirl this week. Let me know how it goes. Leave me a comment. Okay, I'm Nina Amir. I'm the Inspiration to Creation coach. I am a certified high performance coach and an author coach, and I help people get from where they are now to where they want to go without anything getting in the way, which is usually you. So without yourself getting in the way. If that's of interest to you, then click on the link above. Sorry if I'm holding the camera today, so it's a little wobbly. Click on the link above and fill out my application for a free certified high performance coaching session. And we'll get on the phone and we'll talk about, we'll get some clarity about how you can create a sacred space, how you can start living in a way that feels more congruent and authentic to you. Okay? So that's it for today. Until next time, go out and achieve more inspired results.